Welcome to the Be Happy Now show. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. I'm Claudia-Sam. If you know that you're here for a bigger reason, this is the place to be. Together, we ditch the self-care guilt and quit the go with less fear and more trust. Tune in to living life in alignment with your full potential. The Be Happy Now show starts now.
Welcome to another episode of the Be Happy Now show. Today, we are revisiting an inspiring segment from our archives, originally aired on November 22nd, 2022. This episode is part of our ongoing theme of focusing on getting back on track. In this snippet, Claudia-Sam dives into the importance of self-connection and how it helps to maintain a steady path and stay connected to positive energy, even when life feels challenging. Let's revisit this valuable discussion. Remember, this is just one part of our series on reconnecting with yourself. Stay tuned for more episodes to help you stay on track and aligned with your true self. Enjoy.
Okay, we've explored what feeling on track, off track, and what we're making it mean about us. And what I want you to please imagine is that all of this discussion about feeling on and off track, I want you to really imagine, please, that those are train tracks, okay? Train tracks go horizontal. I'm not talking about the tracks that go in a circle in one of those amusement parks, okay? I mean like a train track, like horizontal, straight, maybe with a bit of a curve and up and down, but it doesn't go vertical. We're not in a fiction movie, okay? So feeling on and off track, that discussion, it's like on a train track where there's one direction. So if you want to play with me, imagine just put your forearm parallel, or put your arms parallel to the floor, and then just bend your elbow and bring your hand closer to your chest. So it's like the palm of your hand is facing down and your forearm is parallel to the floor. That is the horizontal line. We're going to practice now that when we connect to energy, positive energy source, it is not accessible when we stay on this horizontal line. Keep your one arm there with bent elbow, forearm parallel to the floor, palm face down. The forearm is like parallel to your chest as well. And take your other arm and come make an X or a T shape with your both arms. So I have my left arm horizontal, and I have my forearm, my left forearm horizontal, and I have my right forearm vertical. The vertical is the connection to the capital S self, and the horizontal is the connection to the small s self. When we stay stuck in I need to be on this track, I need to go this direction, otherwise when I fall off track, it means all these things about me. We stay in the small s self. We stay in the disconnect from the truth of who we are. We stay in a disconnect from who we truly are. When we connect to the vertical axis, and this is where we're going to practice the connection, we automatically arrive on track. It's like an instant coffee for feeling on track. Right now, practice. Feel both of the soles of your feet into the earth. And when I say this, for me, as soon as I say connect to the earth, feel the soles of your feet. As soon as I say that, I feel a tingling sensation. I feel a tingling sensation under my feet. I feel the connection. It's instant. And I'd love to hear how it feels like for you. Imagine now that under your feet, you were drawn energetically, that tingling sensation took you all the way to the core of the earth. All the way to the core of the earth. Yep, you can feel the tingly too. Thank you. You feel grounded. Yeah. Same. So the core of the earth will be like a vertical line straight down. Now, imagine that you continue this straight line from the core of the earth up through the tingly feeling, through the soles of the feet, up through the legs, up through the core of your body, up the back, the front, the sides of your body, up the arms, up the neck and head. It pierced through the heart. Where else can it go? It can go more up. Imagine that there was this beautiful kind of attic door that you could pull open and have that energy from the ground just keep traveling up the vertical axis of the chakras of your energy, of the spine, of this just beautiful space. The body is the channel for this energy. The body is the filter. And yet the body is the tool to stay grounded and to live life here right now. As the energy rises from the earth, up the feet, up the legs, up the whole body, up through the crown of the head. Now, as soon as it hits the crown of your head, there's another energy. There's another kind of opening that you can imagine. In yoga, we'll use 1,000 petals for the Sahasrara chakra. It's like 1,000 petals opening wide. It's such a beautiful vision. And here I want you to imagine that from that crown of the head, or rather, imagine it from the universe, from positive energy source, higher up, past the stratosphere, past the planet, in the dark space of the magical universe of the unknown, but of the perfectly functioning universe and galaxy. That energy that makes it all run so smoothly. However you want to visualize positive energy source, however you want to call it. Can you imagine that source was pouring down, meeting the vertical line of your body and of the rooted earth energy through the crown of your head and then piercing down through the body? It's like a beautiful elevator energy up and down, vertical, of both grounding, presence, love, no judgment. With your eyes closed, feel that. There's no doing. In this specific moment, you don't need to do anything. You get to be. Notice how your energy is. Notice your body. Notice the softness in the face. Notice the reassurance. Are you willing to let yourself be held in this energy? Like, wow, this is the connection. Now, when you are in this place, I want you to please imagine that you could breathe in and open your heart. Breathe out and just feel even more expansive. Breathe in and feel spaciousness in the heart. Breathe out and feel relaxed and open. Yes, keep this up. Are you willing from this place to not judge anytime you're tired, anytime you're anxious, anytime your body is going through what it's going through, anytime you have emotional ups and downs, anytime you put the human pressure on yourself? Are you willing to remember this vertical connection that is always accessible within you? Take a deep breath in through the nose. and out through the mouth. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel the crown of the head. Wiggle the toes. Rub the palms together. Feel back into your body. And then you can bring the hands to cover the eyes. And then blink open the eyes behind the hands. Let's do that again with the hands, with the arms. Forearm, left forearm, or whichever one you want. Forearm parallel to the floor. And the other forearm vertical. Whenever you're feeling off track, can you remove the horizontal arm and feel this center? The movement I like to make is imagining that I was pressing both of my hands together, but one on top of the other. So let's say that my palms are together in pranam or in namaste, but instead of the palm to palm, it's like tip of the fingers to bottom of the hand. So it's like I'm creating a longer line with my palms, with my hands vertically. And so when we feel on the horizontal, you can separate your hands and kind of grate the space in front of the heart with the fingers. When you're horizontally moving through life, you're separating the palms, and therefore there is less connection. When we bring the palms closer together and then align them one on top of the other in a vertical way, this is where you bring into the center. You bring in the connection and the energy in the heart to align vertically to who you really are, align with the earth's energy, align with positive energy source, align with the now. And here's the magic. When you align with the now, wow, do you have more clarity? We're going to look at having clarity right now. So remain in this energy of I'm connected. I'm in the being energy. I'm connected to the capital S self, the vertical energy, the vertical axis. And I'm aware that I'm a human who lives horizontally on this train track. And I move and walk through life and travel through life in a horizontal way, unless you have a spaceship. So by moving in the horizontal way, you want to show up in the world. You want to make a difference. You want to live life with your passions. You want to lead and guide the people in your lives and your clients and your friends and yourself and your family. And to do that, you get to notice whenever you get separated from the vertical. Right now, what is one commitment that you are willing to make to yourself so that there's never such a thing as feeling off track? Because you're all good. Because you are connected to positive energy source anytime you want to. There's no such thing as feeling off track. Or if there is, then at least you know how to connect back. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel the crown of your head open. Feel your heart open with the breath. Connect back to the moment. And ask yourself a question. What do I do next? And you will have an answer. And your role is to trust that the answer is exactly what you need. Even if the answer is a less big action. Okay. Even if the answer is a smaller action than what your mind would have wanted you to do because it quote unquote makes sense. But what if instead of actually giving a proposal to your colleague, the first next step gets to be to drink a glass of water or take a breath? Your inner wisdom is always there to guide you, and you are guided only when you are connected to positive energy source. Otherwise, you tap into the mind. We're not saying it's bad. We're saying it's just different energy. And we can connect to the mind and, of course, have the mind drive us from an even more impactful place when we remember that place and that energy of who we are, which is positive energy source, or however you want to call it. So I invite you to let go of any judgment whenever you feel like, well, when I'm tired, when I'm anxious, when, I have my body's changing, I have emotional ups and downs, and I'm feeling this pressure to do more, to be more. are you willing to just notice that this isn't bad. Being tired isn't bad. Being anxious isn't bad. Your body going through changes isn't bad. Having emotions isn't bad. Can you connect to that? Can you connect to the being tired? Can you connect to the anxiety? Can you connect to the body's feelings and the emotions? Because when you choose to connect to that, you are being the channel. You are being the capital S self, because you are living life connected to the whole of who you are, which means the horizontal and the vertical. And it's not just the small S self with all the problems like feeling off track. You get to choose, and you get to be both. My chanting teacher, Gina, sings to be both at the same time, both at the same time, both at the same time, human and divine, both at the same time. So Gina Sala, okay, full props to her. This is her song. And sometimes I get to be reminded of that.
You've been listening to the Be Happy Now show with me, Claudia-Sam. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. You are worthy of being you and of connecting to what stops you from living the life you are meant to live. Access more soul connection coaching at ClaudiaSamCoaching.com.